Coming to you live from my apartment, it's Rob Has a Podcast. And now here's the guy who wants to thank our sponsor for our episode tonight, our friends over at Murray's Hair Wax. I am Rob Cesternino. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our live eviction special night tonight. Of course, we got to see Daniel leave the house. We've got a live HOH competition playing out right now on the feeds. Who knows? We may have an HOH by the end of this podcast. And then, of course, we're reacting to a twist coming up next week and much more here tonight. Let's welcome everybody in. Of course, joining us here from the mess magnets, from the hot dummies on the islands, it's Kirsten MacInnis. Kirsten, how are you?
Rob, I am doing great. I am so excited to be here, and I am ready to mount a lawsuit against CBS because mess magnets, we're selling tinfoil hats, baby. So watch out.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. I didn't even know that. This is
Oh, you missed the Phil T episode. Okay, expose yourself.
Okay. All right. I didn't have to listen to the whole thing. Okay. All right. Anyway, Kirsten, good to have you here. Of course, joining us here tonight. Of course, the great Isaiah is here. Isaiah, how are you?
Wait, hold on. Give me a second.
Yes.
RHAP, please vote me out. I'd rather hang with Nicole and Paloma and the rest of you bozos. This podcast is a circus, and you guys are a bunch of clowns. Vote me out. Thank you.
Wow. Isaiah.
He'd
Take
rather
it back.
hang out with Paloma
Take it back.
than us.
Wow.
I hope he meant Nicole
Yes.
Cesternino.
You'll at least
That's
give me
exactly
another,
what I
right?
did, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love the mistress of podcasting. Yes.
The mistress of podcasting.
I think she's
The one-
Oh my God.
Isaiah, chill. We don't talk about that.
So I think the thing is that podcasting is the wife, and Nicole is the mistress.
Yeah. Not the mop.
I
Yeah.
obviously try to do too much here, but yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. All right. Isaiah, we appreciate the energy and the effort, of course. And I know Amanda is one eye on the feeds, but never too distracted. It's Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
I'm just glad you didn't expose me for not having a backstory or a ploy, Rob.
Never.
Yes. I'm very excited. Today's a special day. I actually, we got a message from Taylor today, so I wanted to play this for everyone. This is from the feeds today.
Today's my gloating day. It's my happy day. I'm gonna do a dance party everywhere I go because it's revenge day. Revenge day. It's revenge day. Hey, hey.
All right.
Revenge
Yeah.
Day.
Mark it
Happy
down.
Revenge Day.
Okay. Happy Revenge Day, August 11th. And of course, we have completed our pre-jury, and it's a pretty good one. Okay. Daniel is out of the house. That we will have a few minutes with Daniel on Friday morning. Be on the lookout for that. These interview times are all over the place. So we've made a programming note. Join Taran and Puya for the live feed update tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, lock it in.
Yes. Hopefully, we'll have the interview by 12:30, and we'll start on time at 12:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, we have a live feed HOH competition going on. We're going to talk about it here with you tonight. So if you are super spoiler reverse, we will see you on Sunday because we're going to talk about it. So Taran, you want to give us the update at this hour?
Yes. So this is the update on the HOH competition. Again, last chance before you know who has dropped. But as we saw in the episode, Jasmine was out of the wall competition, followed by Brittany, and then Terrence, and then more recently, Monty, and immediately followed by Alyssa. So those are the 5 people who have dropped, leaving Taylor, Joseph, Kyle, Turner, and Indy.
Okay. So Indy, the only non leftover there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So feeling good about a leftover HOH here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Indy
All right.
looks shaky.
Looking shaky. I mean, she looks shaky, not in the wall comp.
Okay, well, we don't have to be mean, Rob.
Okay. All right. So so that's down to our last 5. An interesting week also because we have the wall comp going on currently, but Julie dropped a bomb on us here tonight with so much going on. I feel like this is like the thing that is really sticking out to me right now is she sets up that for next Thursday we were going to see the house end up getting split into 2, where we are going to see a week of Big Brother playing out, basically like with 2 separate houses with people not having any interaction. Taran, was that your read on that?
Rob, what did I say at the beginning of the season when they wanted a competition to determine who left the game? This is opposite worlds.
Yes.
This is 2
Will it
sides
be have
of a
and
house.
have nots? Will it be
They
like a
cannot
nice
interact.
part of the house? Like, yeah, what are they going to do? Are they going to make people live in the basement? Like, what's going on?
I don't know how they split this up because it's not like they can be like, okay, yeah, this half of the house gets the downstairs and this half of the house gets the upstairs because no, I guess they could just use the HOH bathroom. Maybe that is how it. I guess it's the only way that. But then
Like
the kitchen is
be
still
able
down
to
there.
interact. Like I wonder, like, could they make one half of the house like, I don't know, could they move them to another? Look, nothing else is going to be wired like that.
Yeah,
right?
it's not like the house is designed to be the house. It's like,
Could they move them in the backyard?
They have like the basement thing that they do for some competitions, so that's a room that's fully wired
But
for
how-
this. So maybe they'll set it up to be like a guest suite or
Mhm.
something like that. Or I think BB did like years ago where it was like half the house was living in luxury and half had to live in like the basement or whatever. So it could be a situation like that. I don't know.
They do have like a DR upstairs and downstairs, so they could like make that studio room that's upstairs that they use for some challenges into like a room or something. I don't know.
I could see them just walling off the balcony and then just giving them like designated kitchen time. Maybe I don't know how else to do it.
Like, I think the idea, it feels like, is that they want to do the thing. So there's there are 11 people in the house right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
5 are out. So and then one person will go home. And so they want to do the survivor thing where it's like, okay, we're going to split into 2 groups of 5. And then it seems like ideally we'll have 2 different HOHs. We'll have basically like 2 like rounds of 5. And then each, group of 5 will, which is interesting for Big Brother because Taran, right? That the 5 is an exciting vote. I mean, you have 2 people. The HOH is going to break the tie. It's exciting. Like I think this is an interesting way to do it for Big Brother. I don't know if it's going to be super interesting on this season.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how they split the groups up, this is theoretically something that could be used to break up a bigger alliance because you could find yourself in a spot where all of a sudden the majority no longer has a majority. That said, at 5, you do have a bit of leeway, even if you're not in the majority, to kind of, win your way into a spot where one of them has to go anyway. So I think it kind of works to make it 5-5. It's really just a matter of like, as per usual, the details. How do they split the house? What exactly is going to happen with the HOH and the veto? What does it mean to not have any interaction? That's what I'm mostly looking for here.
Yeah.
Well, and when they've done this in Survivor recently at the 10, splitting to the 2 5s, I feel like it's mostly been taking out people that are not in the majority. So it's easy to backfire here. But again, as Taran said, depends on the logistics.
We have a
We have
drop.
an update. Yes.
We have a drop.
Yes.
Indy is out.
Oh, okay.
Yay! I'm biased. Yes.
Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So now we are down to what? Taylor, Joseph, Kyle, and
Turner.
Turner.
Yep.
So we got ourselves a leftover week.
Okay.
Yep. From this point forward, I expect Joseph doesn't have a lot of incentive to win this. He's talked about potentially throwing this. Kyle, I think, will want to win. Turner, I think, will want to win, but he has been having an issue with his leg that he injured during OTEV, so that could limit his ability here. And then Taylor, I think, will also be trying to win this.
Now, knowing what's ahead, and obviously the players don't, is it advantageous for somebody that's in the leftovers to not win this HOH when next week, when you're going to be in a group of 5, is actually much more? Look, anything could happen this week, but what should be an easy week for the leftovers?
Rob, very good point. Please drop Taylor. Please drop. This is the worst HOH to win. Oh my God. Yeah. 2 HOHs are going to be crowned and you can't compete for either one. And it's going to be 2 Final 5 situations. You're screwed if you win this HOH.
Yeah. Nah. Taylor, you can go now. You can drop. It's fine. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like that maybe Kyle would be a good, but I mean, I feel like the person that might be the most squirrely and might want to do something weird with the HOH.
Yeah,
He wants to get weird.
Yeah, I prefer, honestly, out of these people, just Turner win it again. Let him just win it, because I don't think Taylor's going to benefit from winning it. I think Kyle's going to start having his mind racing, especially with Alyssa still in the game and everything. Mm-hmm. And Joseph, I mean, he's in such a good spot. Like, does he really need this? I don't think so. So, yeah.
Can I ask a question about this twist for next week?
Of course.
So if Turner and Indy end up in 2 separate groups, does that count as them both making the final 5? And then what's the chapstick
no,
situation
I don't think
there?
this is the final 5. They're in a group of 5, but I would not think that this is good. It's very good.
They're in a final 5, so that's one chapstick that needs to be eaten. And then they make the actual final 5 later. That's another chapstick that needs to be eaten. They've made 2 final 5s.
Yeah. Turner is the guy that we sort of like ID'd as the body type for the wall comp. He's got like the traditional Matt Hoffman build that it looks like that he might be ready to go the distance.
Yeah, I would put my money on Turner. The only issue is the leg injury right now that might hold him back. I would call him the easy favorite without that. But given the fact that he does have that injury, I think Taylor's probably the next best bet. Kyle's a bit tall for this, but he doesn't weigh as much as Joseph, so they both have that disadvantage going for them. So, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Does Turner have an advantage also that there's a non-zero chance that he is a flat earther?
Is he a flat earther?
Turner's not a flat earther.
I mean, he's probably not, but I mean that he's got van life going on.
Yeah, I guess. But going by looks alone, I think. Yep. There it goes.
Look at what you did, Rob.
Sorry.
Look at
Rob,
what you did.
What have you done?
That's the conspiracy. Rob got
He was
Turner
pushed.
to drop.
Turner was
Rob pushed Turner.
At least he'll take a shower, right?
Will he?
I tweeted when this competition first came out. It's like, they made a wall comp about conspiracy theory people and Big Brother fans. Also, yes, Helen was pushed.
Which is the only conspiracy theory I am willing to entertain. I've already been very annoyed with Love Island this year because this one woman keeps talking about how birds aren't real. So I don't need any more. Yeah, that's the conspiracy, is that they're government drones. Rob.
All right, it's I think clearly Turner was just pushed by Rob. It's time to wake up, everyone.
Wake up, sheeple.
We know we know the truth, Rob. You can't hide it from us.
Sorry. Okay.
Hashtag cancel Rob Cesternino.
Whoa! Slow down, Isaiah.
Hashtag
Slow
Rob's
down.
canceled party.
Isaiah's connection is breaking up. Yeah. Might have to just yeah. See if we can get Isaiah back
Rob,
tomorrow.
Where's the katana?
Yes.
Rob, can you push Taylor now for her own good, please?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We will keep at least one eye on this and maybe both as we start to talk things through. But It was the night when we said goodbye to Daniel, who had an eventful night in true Daniel style. Showed his whole butt a couple of occasions tonight. All right, now.
Oh boy.
That was who that just came down.
Joseph just dropped.
Okay.
Joseph just dropped. So it is down to Kyle and Taylor. Kyle already looking a
Shaky.
little
He's
struggle
been-
bus.
He was like folded in half a second ago.
Drop, Taylor. What you doing? Please.
Taylor, jump.
It would be
Earl,
so
jump.
classic Big Brother for this to be the HOH Taylor wins, and then they
Stop.
screw over with this
Terrence,
twist.
stop putting this into the universe. You need to
Mhm.
stop. I'm so stressed
You guys
out.
didn't learn from Turner just dropping, did you?
Yeah.
I'm so stressed out.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
Maybe she'll let him have it so he can have the HOH room for his nighttime activities.
Oh, yeah. That's what you got to hold out hope for.
Maybe they'll make a
that-
deal.
Yeah, maybe that everybody, Kyle's H word is your friend right now. If you're rooting for Taylor not to get this one.
Oh Lord,
Mhm.
we're stuck between a rock and a
Hashtag
hard place.
Kylissa
A
forever.
very hard place. A very hard place.
No, Rob, no.
You said it. Yeah.
Listen, I was so excited to be on an episode of the Big Brother podcast that the public could hear that wouldn't be horribly inappropriate, and here we are. Oh
Mhm.
no.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. As Kyle and Taylor are, are up there, and we'll keep an eye out if there's any sort of deal making being done here. Kyle is like, his head is like almost like lower than his legs right now. What
He's
did they?
too tall for this.
What did they drop on them? It was like paper
Uh,
towel rolls.
Oh yeah, I think that was fake news.
Oh, for crying out loud.
For real?
That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Okay.
Taylor is the winner.
I don't care.
Queen.
Okay.
She
we'll be
won
ha-
something.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
don't
happy.
care.
I'm still happy.
Yeah.
I think she can be
Yes.
okay. Like not being able to win the HOH when there's two of them. There's also two vetoes.
Let's go
Two
Taylor
vetoes.
And
Swift.
Yeah.
she's like the people that really hate her are gone now mostly. So
Mhm.
It
And
could be
another
okay.
one is probably going to go this week on her HOH. You hope that she, has a good week and Taran can make some solid deals and, get a foothold this week.
Yeah, I mean the good thing here for Taylor is that she shouldn't be any danger probably. Like she's pretty low on the hit list. That even if the other side does get power, they're probably looking to take a shot at Monty or hopefully Michael. But in terms of like where Taylor's point of view is, but going through a whole week this week, her being the one to take a shot at the other side may change that. We may see a scenario where Terrence and Indy or, whatever remains of the other side, maybe it's Jasmine and Terrence or Jasmine and Indy that remain, may think, okay, Taylor fired a shot. We're going to look at targeting Monty or Taylor. So we'll have to see. It's not great. If we're going to split into two groups of 5 and there's 2 HOHs, it's not where you want to be to not be able to compete for that HOH, but we'll see.
Okay.
and in better news,
Yes.
she should get to listen to Renaissance tonight because I
Okay.
do believe that's what she requested.
All right. So
As
that's
she
happening.
deserves.
Now, do we have a sense of who Taylor most wants to put up on the block?
Yes. So Taylor will likely be putting up Terrence and Indy. She would like to not put Jasmine on the block if
Mhm.
possible. She feels like, Terrence has really just, made his bed in terms of how he's treated her. And then Indy also has just been, pretty bad. So that's probably where she's going to go. If the veto is won and used, things could shift from there. It's possible then she goes for Jasmine, or she might even put up Alyssa at that point. Not entirely clear, but in terms of the target, it's honestly probably going to be more toward Terrence at this point. He's had some controversy in the last 24 hours, so there's I think going to be a lot of momentum to take him out.
What's the Terrence controversy?
So it's not super clear because they keep cutting the feeds around it, but they were talking about a man named Joe Budden, who is
The president?
I think
No.
Isaiah
No,
probably has a better
no.
idea given his reaction here of who this person is.
I like Isaiah's reaction to Taran saying Joe Budden.
He's a old rapper, but now a podcaster who talks about music, and he has the Joe Budden podcast. Used to be on Complex as Everyday Struggle. He's a huge media person,
Okay.
but he's very boisterous. Yeah.
What
Do
does
you
this
know-
have to do with Terrence?
Well, do you know about his controversies, because this is relevant to the situation?
Which one?
About women apparently.
Which one?
Yeah,
Okay.
so basically what we can piece together is that they were talking about Joe Budden, and Terrence made a comment of like women who go back to him know like what they're getting themselves into, and basically placing the blame on women in abusive relationship situations who go back when, you know, if you want to do any small level of research, it doesn't go from like 0 to abuse in a relationship. There's a lot more to it, and it takes several attempts typically for someone to leave an abusive relationship, and it's not their fault. And Terrence is trash, if that's what he said.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think that sort of what we've managed to glean, again, the feeds cut every time this is mentioned, but based on the stories that we are getting, that perhaps not only did he make the comment, but there was even some pushback, and he held his ground on it. Pretty much nobody in the house is defending him. Everyone's kind of just like, yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Okay. All right. So, not great for Terrence.
No, not a good
Um,
look.
Okay. So we'll see. I mean, he's been one of the of the people left. He's been one of the most anti-Taylor people going. It seems like a good use of her HOH to go after Terrence, especially, and she doesn't know this yet. With a potentially sticky situation coming up next week, seems like a good spot to take Terrence out of the house.
Yeah, especially because the Jasmine, Alyssa, Indy contingent will be least upset about Taylor taking a shot at Terrence, I think. I mean, I think they'll be annoyed that she's not taking a shot at Monty or something like that. She has been saying she's going to take a shot at Monty. So again, she's probably showing her cards here if she doesn't nominate him. But taking the shot at Terrence is probably the least amount of blood on her hands in terms of retaliation for this potential twist.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about our episode from tonight, as we have now our new HOH at the end of this wall comp. We got to see it was all about Daniel tonight. Daniel mounting a campaign, Daniel's speech, and ultimately Daniel's words with Julie. Kirsten, would you like to say any final words about Daniel in the Big Brother house?
Boy, bye. He's gone. Thank God he's gone. Ding dong, the witch is dead. It's revenge day. Happy revenge day, everyone. He's finally gone.
Yeah. Isaiah?
And also leave Paloma alone. She's only 22. Weirdo.
Mm-hmm. Your thoughts
I mean,
on Daniel?
What a clown. I don't have to interview him, so I don't care. What a clown, first of all, because it's it's August 11th, and we're still talking about Paloma. The amount of mist that Paloma left in the house to still be talking about her at this point is insane. I don't even think she really cared for him.
Yeah.
She didn't even care for him while she was in the house. I mean, I'm sure she does now, but now they have something to connect over, once he gets out the house. But, I mean, Daniel definitely reached Frenchie's level of bad gameplay in this episode, in my opinion. It was just I guess he was just trying to leave an impact. I completely get it. I'm sure he knew that people probably told him that he was going to go, but God, the amount of controversy he's about to walk into when he leaves that house is going to be a mess. But I mean, I'd rather, if you're going to leave the Big Brother house, do it in a memorable way that's going to make me laugh. He gave me some entertainment, so it is what it is there.
Yeah.
The audacity, though, to be oh no, I don't blame myself for last week because I wasn't the HOH. That was all time. Thank you. Thanks for that.
I screamed when he was if this works, I won't be the only. There'll be more than one Dan in the Hall of Fame of Big Brother. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
No.
here was his quote.
If I can get these votes, there'll be another Dan on the list of Big Brother legends.
get the hell out of here! Like
Two Dan Giesling references, a Dr. Will reference in the episode where he goes home, and he says,
This place is a circus, and you're all a bunch of clowns.
What's the saying that if you see everyone else as a clown, you're the clown? I'm pretty sure that's the saying, right?
I haven't heard that one, but
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I think that obviously these exit interviews that Julie's been doing, that she did with Nicole last week and the one with Daniel this week, not exactly what we're looking for, just part of why I think a lot of people are looking for the other exit interviews to really like get to the bottom of some of the Taylor stuff. But man, did we have like the face drop of the century when Julie tells Daniel, here's the alliance, you called it, and he's like, oh man, that's so great. He's saying,
I love that.
Oh,
They
I love it.
started to form just after you lashed out at Taylor in the main bathroom.
All right.
Oh,
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
all right.
All right. Oh, yeah.
But he
Oh,
loves that can happen in Big Brother, that people can come together.
yeah. He said he's rooting for them. What? What are you,
Yeah,
you just,
He can't
I
wait to
love
watch
that.
it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, Julie goes on to say, yeah, they formed specifically to fight against the mistreatment of Taylor. Oh yeah, I love that. That's so
Mhm.
yeah, that's great. I am totally I love when people do that.
Mhm.
Definitely. I'm on their side, basically.
He was so ready to do the classic thing where like the person eliminates like I knew that was no, dummy, you better like you gotta sleep in your bed now because now you're gonna look crazy. I'm imagining so much backpedaling in these extra interviews. Like tomorrow is gonna be wild. I'm gonna say that, but wow, what an exit. Like is this up there with like one of the more memorable ones, at least from this season, or like
Oh, I don't
know.
plan to be remembering Daniel.
Yeah, I
Well-
mean, for this season, for sure. But yeah, I don't know how much. What would be the one thing from Daniel's exit that we'll remember?
This
Maybe the
season just got
speech.
boring.
Yeah, the speech. I think.
There you go.
His speech was bad, right? This was. Let's play like the whole first part because nobody else has ever opened with this.
House guests, please vote to evict me.
I mean, hold on.
No problem.
Like, okay, we're on it. Sure.
Okay,
Go
check.
on.
We already
Go-
planned that.
Go off, King. Yes.
I'd rather hang out with Nicole and Paloma than any one of you bozos here today.
So we got
This
that.
place is a circus, and you're all a bunch of clowns.
Wanting to hang out with Nicole and Paloma over the people currently in the house is
Yeah.
pretty like what a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I love to like I ran a prediction while watching how many times will he say Michael, and so the fact that he said Michael has won 5 competitions, I repeat, Michael has won 5 I was like, oh, like he said Michael 3 times. He really, ever since he nominated him week 1, he's been obsessed with Michael being the big threat of the season.
Well,
Mhm.
there can't be 2 super fans,
Yeah.
obviously,
Mm-hmm.
to Daniel.
Well, there needs, you mean 3 because remember Alyssa's a super fan too.
Doesn't
Sure.
count.
Well,
sure.
It was week 1. Daniel was like, "Oh, but no, me and Michael only are the ones that count."
Nah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Even he had to say how many times tonight, like, oh, a big fan, such a big fan, Julie. Yeah, for a
when
super fan like me.
As it went to the commercial, and he goes, "Believe it or not, I'm actually a big fan." I was like, "Oh my god, that's so embarrassing for you that we." Got
I
to see
love it.
that."
I love it when people come up to me and they say, "Believe it or not, I actually do like you." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
How often
why-
is that happening to you?
Why wouldn't
Taryn?
why wouldn't I believe it? What are you saying?
Well, believe it or not, Taryn, I actually like you.
Oh,
At least Terrence got the hug. No one else got it. You know.
Yeah, it was
They
like
planned
sort-
that today. He was gonna run around the corner.
Yeah, it was like the half Cody Nixon of like just like stormed out, but then it's like a soft storm out where he then like whispered in Terrence's ear. Terrence, did you go back and watch? Did you boost his audio
I
on that?
planned to, but then he told Julie it was just about the hair gel or whatever.
Yeah.
You should do
What
it anyways, just to be sure.
what a hilarious gag this was.
I love my cat of Murray's hair wax. He doesn't need it, and we have a little joke about it. So
That was a knee slapper.
Look, here's the thing. This is the same thing that
Comedy
happened.
legend.
This is the same thing that happened with Todrick in Celebrity that season that didn't happen. Look, I'm glad. I'm glad that he did something. I'm glad that he didn't just quietly walk off set and say and not do anything. Was it embarrassing for him?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do I love that? Absolutely. I'm so glad he did it. If he wasn't so miserably disliked, it might have been fun, but it wasn't because he is.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
And
I think the only way to top the Cody Nixon step over the table, I think this is the next level, right? For anybody going into the house in the future, I think the next step is you jump over the couch. Just do a hop.
They do a backflip.
you do like a full
That's what's up.
hurdle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What if you do a gainer?
What's a gainer?
It's like a backflip over.
that
People mostly do it
would
into
be
water,
impressive.
so
That would be
probably
impressive.
not a great idea.
Look, if you can Christian it and do, triple axle backflip, then yeah, go for it.
Yeah. The other great part about Daniel's goodbye was that we got to see a lot of our favorite house guests also kind of dunking on Daniel on the way out the door. Kirsten, did you have any favorite moments from tonight?
Taylor's goodbye message.
Mm-hmm.
For
yeah,
sure.
In the vote or in her message
Oh,
to
I mean, all of the above.
Yes.
I did like how we don't like shout outs here, but Joseph is still doing them and he's just colliding in the hallway here.
Yeah, last week he like crashed into the door. Did he crash into Terrence on the way out? Yeah,
I believe it was
Yeah.
Terrence, yes.
Well, while he was shouting out Rihanna.
He was
Yep.
shouting out anyone who wrote the bar.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
there were some great ones. I think I've got two of these clips. I already showed you one.
this season just got boring.
So there's that. That's obviously that could be evergreen, but then Taylor saved us.
Let's make it a boring season.
And I feel like that one's much better.
Yeah.
So loved that. But my favorite goodbye message part, and there were a lot of great ones. Obviously Taylor had a great goodbye message, but this was my favorite part of the goodbye messages.
I'd say good game, but I'd be lying.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, with the Michael one, let's go all the way back because that I had heard that this was a
Yeah.
possibility. I didn't know we were gonna get the props here. Of that, I'm like, what is he holding up? So Michael has 2 slices of bread in the diary room.
That's right.
Daniel, if I close one eye, your head is right between these pieces of bread, and that means I just made an idiot sandwich. Daniel, you nominated me, you berated my girl Taylor, and you used the veto that backdoored your best friend. I'd say good game, but I'd be lying. Bye, Daniel.
Bye. Okay.
So
How
good.
did we not have an angle on Julie
Right?
Chen Moonves?
It was probably in her contract that she didn't have to see.
Does she know that was about her?
She has to, right?
I think there's a 32% chance that Julie Chen remembers that happening.
The
What
only
if
way
she
we
forgot
find
it?
out, it's like when Dalton Ross does the. I'll text him and ask him, like, please, can you ask that Julie Chen what she thought of the. What did you think of the idiot sandwich shout out?
See,
That's
now
the only way we find that out.
if the producers really knew what they were doing, they would have not only had a shot on Julie, but they would have had an angle where Julie's head was actually between the 2 breads that he was holding up, just to give you the visual of the meme.
Mhm.
We need you back in that production team, Taran. You got some good
Yeah,
ideas.
if they were really thinking, they would have also brought in Gordon Ramsay to come out and give his
they
commentary
can't
as
afford
well.
that, man. Okay.
Yeah.
They cannot afford that, man.
I mean, that would be great if he came out and just like roasted Daniel. Like, maybe they'll let him do exit press.
They should have actually brought him for Nicole's goodbye so that he could talk about her
Yes,
cooking.
because she's a cook. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Nicole, I don't know what she made in the house. Yeah.
Well, obviously,
but
she would
you
have
call
had to
this
make
shrimp and rice.
I should have had to make a beef Wellington right there, and then we'd see how it fits in.
Yeah. But also in the goodbye messages, Kyle was pretty hard on Daniel.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's the thing. So Taylor was pretty much just straight up asking the people in the leftovers, like I hope everyone has some shady goodbye messages, because like she's been kind of upset that people have been so chill around Daniel and accepting of him, particularly Terrence, but even just the rest of the the other side of the house. And so it was kind of a thing, like, if you want to publicly support Taylor on the show, you give Daniel a pretty harsh goodbye message. I was really surprised to see that Joseph's was so not harsh. But yeah, Kyle goes in on him here as well. And Kyle was also kind of upset because Daniel he learned about the Daniel pitch against him to Alyssa.
I couldn't believe they showed Joseph's. I mean, why the hell are they showing Joseph? Like, oh man, I love you. You're so great. You're awesome.
Like, dude, it's not
You're the
jury.
greatest
What are you
guy.
doing?
Like,
Social king.
Yeah. What do you think,
3D
Isaiah?
chess. Ready? He probably thinks that there's going to be a battle back. Yeah.
Battle back.
Yeah. He's trying to kiss butt right now, you know? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
3D chess.
You're playing too hard, Joseph. Come on. Roast him.
We wanted more.
Yeah. And then, Taylor is the closer.
Daniel, I've never been happier to see somebody walk their sorry ass out that door. Oh, and I guess your wish will come true. You don't have to speak to me until finale night.
That's so good.
That's so good. That's so good.
That was a great call from Julie to call him out for laugh. Is she joking?
Oh, you think that was a call out? I think she really doesn't know. It's like, wait, hold on, what is happening right now? Why did she say that?
I mean,
then
whether
he's
it was
like,
intentional or not, it was a call out.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna send a plane over to communicate with her because, on social media in 3 days, Daniel will suddenly be BFF with Taylor forever. So.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I love that for her. That's so great. Oh man, oh my god.
Remember the Lay's chips? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, so good, so good. Yeah, I'm loving this. Very happy right now.
She's
good.
ribbing me just like I was ribbing her about being the cause of Paloma Lee. It's all fun and games that we've been doing.
Yeah, he did say in his interview with Julie. Julie asked him a question about so your issues with Taylor, was it strategic or was it personal? And he said both.
For the past few weeks, you have been very vocal about wanting Taylor out of the house. Why? Was it personal or was it strategic?
It was both. Personal because I love Paloma like a sister. So when I heard her kind of lie about her, it really affected me emotionally. I'm a very loyal, loving friend. So that affected me there. And then
Now, okay, Taran, I'm sure he will be asked about this tomorrow. That he did not hear Taylor tell a lie about Paloma, correct?
No, he heard. This is referring to the Monty situation, which has since been long cleared up. But so basically, what I'm hearing is that he loves Paloma like a sister, and anybody that lies about Paloma, he's gonna really have it in for. So I can't wait personally for him to go at Paloma for lying about Paloma. It's just unbelievable that she would do that to his sister. I feel like we're just waiting for the impending blow up here.
I'm waiting for a restraining order, a cease and desist. Nothing good is going to come from this.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Can we also just to briefly mention this, right? So just in case anybody needs a reminder, Paloma had probably 3 conversations with Daniel while she was making alliances without him and talking about targeting him and how he's problematic and needs to go. And then after that, like the point at which they started to actually bond was her breaking down. Like he loved those conversations. She was talking to him about the spirits and God and coincidences and the simulation. And he was like he was like, oh, this is so amazing. Like that's the Paloma that he bonded with. Like the Paloma before then was like, screw this guy. Like that needs to be pointed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Weirdo.
I can't wait for him to come out into the world and be like, the feeds doesn't show everything. You guys didn't see the whole story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. You know what Daniel ultimately feels about his game. In retrospect, he talked a lot about tonight about how like that he was like really a great player. The problem was not so much his game, but the problem was that the other players in the house weren't good enough. Kirsten, if there were players that were on his level, this might have been a different season.
Well, yeah, obviously, you know, the whole saying is that iron sharpens iron. But if there's only one piece of iron in the house, how is he supposed to perform at his top level? If nobody else is good, then one capable player, they can't just walk circles around 15 bad players, obviously. So, yeah, they need to get on his level.
He had to teach them.
Yeah.
You know? He had to teach them, and he couldn't get them there. The real problem is, right, that Daniel's not that wrong, right? If you look at it from a particular lens, because he was the only one that could see that there was an alliance in the house, and the other people he was trying to work with could not, because they couldn't see 2 feet in front of them. The problem is that he wasn't the only person in the house that was playing the game. He was the only person on the other side of the house that knew how to play the game. Because the leftovers all can play the game, but they shut him out because of his behavior.
He did a successful backdoor just last week, Taran.
Clearly, yes. So yeah, I mean, he got locked out of the game, and stuck with the people who couldn't play, not because everybody else sucked, but because the people who did know how to play the game didn't want to play with him because he sucked.
Damn. You know, you need to take a step back and be like, what would Elvis do in this situation? And I don't know.
It didn't end well for Elvis either, Isaiah.
Yeah, Elvis not really a paragon of virtue that you want to emulate.
Yeah.
I think you know, there's some parallels there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But
yeah. All right, so we got to see a little bit of Daniel's campaigning also in the episode, but ultimately we know it's not going to go anywhere too exciting. Should we talk about Cidergate?
I would, sure. I would love to. Should I go
Rob,
get a cider for it? Or
I'm mad about Cidergate.
What are you mad about, Taran?
I'm mad that they showed Cidergate and not Drowning Cookiegate.
Yes.
AKA Soggy Cookiegate, AKA Turner versus Jasmine Part 3.
Do you want to set that up real quick?
I mean, it's pretty easy. He drowned her cookies in a bag.
Diabolical.
In a bag?
Yeah, there was a bag of cookies and he poured water into it.
And he put lime in it also?
Yeah, he put a lime in there too.
Well, yeah, we don't know if she's allergic or not, so that could be a big concern.
Yeah, well, we did cover this on the slop this week, that then there was a change.org petition. Did you see this, Taran?
No.
Somebody
I signed it.
Yeah, somebody had started the change.org petition to remove Turner from the house because he is depriving Jasmine, who's healing from an injury, of nutrition. And Isaiah, you laugh, but that he also put lime in her cookie, and he does not know if she has a lime allergy.
You know,
and he could have poisoned her.
It's criminal
yeah, if she drank the cookies afterward, that might have been terrible.
Well, she needs the calories, Taran. She's recovering from a hurt ankle, and she was just a have-not.
Can someone please link me this change.org? I need to put my signature
Yeah,
down.
I'll find it for you.
You
Isaiah, 'cause
want
I
Turner
find,
kicked
I
out of the
it too,
game?
don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what some people were trying to get this going, but I think it had single-digit signatures at the time.
Oh, it's
that we were
about to
talking
be
about.
double digit.
It's time for
baby.
it's time for me and Kirsten to carry the torch. Okay.
Okay.
Chappelle was with us too.
So we got Cidergate, and really it wasn't so much Cidergate as much as it was Alyssa got very drunk off the cider.
Yeah.
The way I saw
Like
this, I was like,
embarrassingly.
Yeah. Yes, Isaiah?
I thought Indy just needed some screen time, man, and they were like, "Hey, here we go,
They didn't even
Cidergate."
show the best part of Cidergate, which was Indy going around and questioning people, and then Jasmine getting upset with Indy for taking it so seriously. It's just some cider, Indy. And Indy's like, what are you talking about? You were on everyone's case about the muffins. And Jasmine's like, no, I wasn't on everyone's case about the muffins. That was all a joke. And Indy was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, muffins are different than cider. Why are they missing this?
Well, that's a
They're
lot
doing-
right now.
They're
First
doing
of all,
something right. We're talking about it, right? I mean, look, they know what they're doing.
I
They
mean,
didn't
also,
show it though.
they do get limited alcohol in the Big Brother house, so I do think taking someone's alcohol is much more serious than a muffin, which more can be made.
Oh, this is blasphemy. Muffins are way more important than cider.
That's
Put
you
it on
don't
the
drink,
poll.
Karen.
Yeah.
Like that, of course, to you a muffin is more important.
Run the
Mhm.
poll. Muffins beat cider every day
What's
of the week.
question? What's more important,
What
muffins or
matters
cider?
more?
What matters more?
matters-
Somebody eats your muffin or somebody eats your cider?
Hard cider. Make sure you
Hard cider.
specify hard
It's hard
cider because soft cider. That's
That's the different.
nobody
conversation.
needs that. Nobody needs that.
Nobody
just
needs
apple
soft
juice.
cider except for Kyle.
I feel like
Mhm.
someone crushing your cookies and putting lime juice on it's way worse, but
You have
that's
to
just
take it
me.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they don't know if you're allergic to lime. That could be criminal.
That's true. Yeah, I did enjoy the Alyssa is very drunk from having too much cider. I thought that was a fun moment on the show. We got this from her.
Florida. Alyssa and Kyle do have one thing in common, and that is that they do not know what twerking is
They're
to the
bad
extent that it
twerkers.
is disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they were so disrespectful to her because she was twerking. They play like bone rattling sounds. I was like,
Mhm.
damn, like
Rattle
why
me
y'all do her like
bones.
that? That
Yeah.
was crazy. That was
Yeah.
really like violations. Like
Yeah.
that was
I queued this up earlier in the season. I told you they were practicing their twerking and that they twerked when they were happy and excited. And here we are a month later. They haven't improved
Yeah, but like,
Mhm.
how are they still so bad?
because they haven't been that happy or excited.
I think
I needed-
that they've been very excited, Taryn.
Too excited. Too excited. Yeah. One day
just
they may have
needed-
the world's worst twerking baby.
There you go.
I pray no.
Mhm.
I'm also
just
lying.
needed-
She has been practicing. She twerks all the
There
time.
you go.
Poorly.
Poorly.
I really actually think we can't call it twerking.
Mhm.
What do you
it's
call
not-
it?
Mm, mm,
Irking?
Irking.
Yeah.
uh,
Irking without the tw.
It's just bad. It's just bad.
Okay.
Work.
I want to invite the chat to give us some questions here tonight. You can post them in the chat directly, and then we'll bring some up onto the screen and answer them here with you. Taran, anything else from tonight's episode that you want to highlight?
There's this weird. They spent like the majority of the pre-vote episode on this weird like Kyle Alyssa drama that didn't exist to make it seem like maybe she would vote him out when that was never going to happen.
Mhm.
So that was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, that was part of Daniel's last ditch plea.
Yeah, she literally talked to him like 5 minutes later and was entirely like, "Oh yeah, of course I didn't believe him."
Mm-hmm.
Daniel going through the people he's going to ask to vote, and he's like, "Well, I know Joseph's on the other side, but I'm going to ask him anyways." But Alyssa's going to vote Kyle out over, sir. Oh, but okay, yeah, you're the one good game player. Cool, got it.
Mastermind.
Mm-hmm. We did get a new Jasmine set up for her vote tonight. She told Julie this.
Hey, Julie, you look better than a fresh baked apple pie.
Okay.
That's fair. Apple pies look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell is like slipping her these DRs with foods? Like, I need to talk. I'm tired.
She workshops them.
Yeah.
No, I don't give her credit. I know someone's like, look, here's another food that they look in the fridge. There's a banana. There's baked beans. There's cheesecake.
You look better than a freshly ripe banana. Oh boy.
There you go.
I should hope
See, we gotta
so.
workshop that. We gotta workshop that.
That's not great.
That's not good.
Yeah,
That's not
great.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
hear that.
last week was the air fryer chicken wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today I made air fryer garlic bread, and if someone told me I looked better than that, I'd be like, okay, thank you.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Yeah. Kirsten, what would you most likely wanted to be complimented? Would you rather look like a fresh baked apple pie, a full rack of ribs, or a chicken wing in an air fryer?
I think as a vegetarian, I have to take the apple pie, and also as a human who has seen all three of those foods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apple pies, do they just have a good look to them?
They've got that, they're nice golden brown. They've got a great smell.
Apple pies are one of those foods that you could put it in front of me and it would make me hungry, but I don't actually want to eat it, but it makes me want to eat it, but I don't like actually eating it.
Yes.
Now,
literally same Taran, exactly.
That
Give me 10 pies.
I feel like it's all coming together, that the fan fiction is ready to be written of somebody has the freshly baked apple pie. Okay. It goes missing. Jasmine is like, hey, who took my pie? And it goes, Turner, was it you? And actually, it was Kyle. Okay. Why?
Oh, no, Rob, no.
Why?
Rob, no.
Plot twist. Okay.
That was so much further than you should ever have to go for that joke, Rob.
It was the appropriate length. Yeah.
I don't know. Wow. Was it? I feel like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if there is an appropriate length for that.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was dead.
I wonder if someone will actually like write that.
No. No.
Okay, let's take some questions here. Okay, Liv in the chat. Liv ran the poll. Okay, what was more important, cider or muffins? Okay, the audience on Twitch voted, and it was cider.
Oh, that's fake news.
Fake
news. It was rigged. Rigged. How many votes? How many votes were in that poll? I don't buy this at all.
This is not fake news. This is the most real news of all.
Okay. All right. Cider, more important than muffins.
Thank you, Liv.
Okay.
Lies.
All right. Let's see. How about this is from F Womb, wants to know, will the convenience store suck up to Taylor this week? Will they act like, oh, we love Taylor, we loved you?
I was this close to buying some Lay's chips today, so I hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
I have Lay's chips in the other room.
Yeah.
I suck. I bought hers instead, so I was like, I can't bring this on the stream. But
my free Tay Lay's.
What, Isaiah? What did you buy?
Hers chips, sour cream and onion. I was like, wait, should have got some Lay's, but you know what? Maybe that would have jinxed her HOH. So you know what? I'm glad I didn't get them today.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I think that the thing is it's like, we've seen that Jasmine is very, very good about being super fake, you know, all the time. We'll see about the others.
Okay. How about let's do a question. This is from Hey Jorge Hey wants to say, what are the chances that Taylor does go after Monty? Taran, is this possible this week?
No, not really. I don't think so. I think it's very, very unlikely. I would say extremely, almost definitely not going to happen.
I think a lot would have to go wrong for that to be the conclusion this week. And I can't even really articulate what specifically it would be. It would just have to be a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's.
But real quick, I also want to say, Jorge, I like your Ash Ketchum costume. It looks really cool. Continue on. Sorry.
All right. Basilius92 says, why does Julie keep calling them virtual hugs, but they're not on a computer?
For safety.
The Chenbot.
Yes, but so an air hug is not a virtual hug.
But Isaiah just said she is the Chen bot, so is every hug with her virtual?
She's never had never had a real hug.
Taran, as a robot, can you advise?
Yeah, well, basically, as a robot, you can virtually hug people in real life. It's just you're virtually doing it. You don't air do it. You virtually do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple.
You guys just got educated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see if we can project ahead a week. Chilsley 16. Is it likely we lose a huge threat in this twist? You know, it's so interesting to go back to like the Survivor version of this, because I think that the idea from the producers is that, okay, this is a great spot to take out a huge threat. I just feel like that in the history of Survivor, I feel like it has not always been the case where the huge threat has been like, sometimes it's like a little bit of like, oh, it's somebody that maybe you wouldn't think of right away. But I can't think of a time when it was like the biggest threat gets taken out here on this twist.
Yeah, I think it also depends on who the biggest threat is, right? If you're talking about Michael, probably not. I think that as long as the leftovers have anybody other than Michael to target, they'll probably target that person.
Right.
Again, we don't know how things are going to be split up, so who knows what kind of options are available. But I do think that as this week progresses, there will probably be some talk between Kyle and Michael about, okay, we're about to take out, let's say it's Terrence or whoever, leaving Jasmine, Indy, and Alyssa. How important is it really if we win HOH next week that we take one of those three out? And if those talks happen, they start talking about taking a shot at Joseph, who is the person they are starting to talk about taking a shot at instead of Monty now. And then the BB gods open up the skies and say the house has been split into two groups, two HOHs. You have two different opportunities to take a shot at Joseph and or Monty and or whoever you want. I think there's a decent chance that one of them takes that shot if they have the opportunity.
I do think also, and we don't know what the comps are going to be, I do think that this is a twist that also favors the people that win competitions. Not only you're going to have the same normal chance to win the HOH and the veto, but you're going to be doing it against a field of 5. So I think that chances are you have better chances to win. It's less likely that like a rando is going to end up just getting the HOH here in this spot.
I will say though, I'm realizing now though, like the no contact thing would make it less likely in my eyes, because
yes.
If the HOH is introduced and they're immediately no contacted, unless they've already really locked in their plan to take the shot, I think if they've been separated, there might be a hesitancy that like, well, I can't take this shot unless I'm able to communicate with the rest of my crew and make sure they're on board with it. And that might cause people to back off and then just finish out the rest of the outside.
Yeah, Tara, and that happens on Survivor too, where it's like, hey, we want to make this move. But it's like, oh, we didn't talk to the people on the other side. What are they going to think? Is it too early? We're going against our alliance. So, they'll be pissed if we do this. So I think it will be intriguing for sure to see how it goes next week and how they execute on this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, maybe one more question. It's just Vernon says, does the house, in parentheses, Taylor, get unlimited amounts of Lay's chips? Seems like they already have unlimited amounts of Lay's chips.
Yeah.
I mean, they certainly do not get unlimited amounts of foods, but I don't know.
If Jax and Mickey can get an unlimited amount of watermelons, then Taylor
Thank
can get
you.
an unlimited amount of Lay's
Great
chips.
point.
I think he was
Thank you.
mad at one point about that they weren't giving him enough watermelon, right?
Which is truly absurd because the
Mhm.
quantity of watermelon is more than I've eaten in my life every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
Also, watermelon not that good. Chips.
Oh,
good.
hold on.
I
This
guess
is
we
a
need
hot
another poll.
take. It's a hot take.
I do know that my watermelon take is a hot take. I think melons in general just not that good.
And what'd you say? And you said chips are
Chips delicious.
Chips
Chips
are
are
delicious.
good. Yes.
melons
Meh.
not that good. Apple pie you said was good.
Apple pie smells good and looks good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
I don't know why I'm giving all my food takes today. Sorry, everyone.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Anything else for the panel here tonight?
I have something. I have some quick breaking news.
Yes.
Breaking news are happening now.
Yes, Taryn.
Yeah. I ran a real, unbiased, unfake news poll on
Okay.
Twitter while
Yeah.
this podcast has been running. Would you like to see the results?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because
Trickster.
your fake news poll with 20 votes is nothing. This
Okay.
is the real results. What's more important?
Damn.
Hard cider or muffin? With over 700 votes, it's muffins!
Mm.
I don't think that's real. I think that's doctored.
It's
How many,
muffins.
how many votes? 700 votes?
736 votes
How
as
much
of
Yeah.
how much
about
did those votes cost?
3 minutes
Taryn?
ago.
Mhm.
How much did they cost?
It only cost half a muffin, Kirsten. Only half a muffin.
Yeah.
Good thing we had the flat Earth contest.
I
with no,
do
fake
wonder.
news.
Yeah, I wonder if people would thought that maybe you're just talking about like for
For the
like
show.
in the show, like
Oh, now the wording but the wording the same
be-
wording as the previous wording, which you
But you-
decided to
Yeah.
accept.
Yeah.
But now
But-
it's a different.
but
now it's a
those were
different
people-
result. Same
but-
wording.
Aaron,
But-
those people knew what we were talking about.
those
You
people
have
were-
posted
had
a no
context.
context
Yeah.
tweet on Twitter.
I don't know about
Mhm.
this. I'm hearing a bunch of clowns right now.
Well, maybe you should look in the
Damn.
mirror, Taryn,
This
because
place
if
is
you
a
think
circus,
everyone
and we're all a
around you
bunch
is
of
a
clowns.
clown, you are the clown.
All right.
Rob has a circus.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Rob Circus Ternino.
A little bit of a stretch. Okay.
Well, yeah.
All
a
right.
little.
Kirsten, anything else, Big Brother tonight?
No, I think I've had my opportunity to talk Big Brother this week. Thank you so much. So fun.
Okay. Isaiah, any other parting thoughts on Big Brother tonight from you?
Nah, Taylor won. I'm happy.
Okay. It's an exciting. A lot happened tonight. You got a lot
Big
going
night.
on. Okay. All right. So let's then talk about where we're gonna go from here. The next thing we're gonna do is Taryn and I are gonna jump on an exit interview with Daniel coming up on Friday morning. Of course, we'll post that to our YouTube channel after it is over, and we'll drop that as a podcast for you as well. Then look for the live feed update kicking off at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Twitch on Friday afternoon with Taryn and Puya. And then at 3 o'clock Eastern on Friday, Taryn and I will get together for the BB Q&A. I'm sure we'll have a lot of questions about everything that's coming up this week, and then also with an eye towards next week. That's for the patrons of Rob's podcast. Head on over to robswebsite.com/patron for access to the BB Q&A. We'll send you out a link in the morning, and then of course live feed updates all weekend, and then Taryn will be back with you on Sunday night to watch Taylor make her nominations on our Sunday night episodes. Also over the weekend, be sure to check out Why Daniel Lost from David Bloomberg and Ovi getting together every week to talk about why each player lost on Big Brother. If you missed it this week, of course, we had a lot of fun on the slop as well this past Monday night with Chappelle.
Yeah, and honestly, may that podcast never see the light of day for non-patrons.
Yes. Somebody had asked, "Will you please post this podcast?" Like we cannot. We'd
There was
like
like
to,
a
but we
20-second
cannot.
clip that was able to be
Yes.
shared, and nothing else is okay.
Yes, we cannot.
No.
Okay. It's a patron only for a reason.
Yes.
Okay. I'll be back on Monday night for the slop this week. I heard Jacob Jones with Taran this morning. So check out Jacob Jones on the slop this Monday night.
Jacob Jones is sloppy.
Yes. He makes the slop noise. I have to practice. Yeah. And then check out everything else we have going on over at robhaswebsite.com, including our exit interview with the latest team that went out on the challenge, plus recaps of the challenge, claim to fame, and much more, all at robhasawebsite.com. Kirsten, what is coming up for you?
Yes, so Mess Magnets, myself and Sasha Joseph talking pop culture, celeb gossip every week. Super fun. We had Bryce Isaiah this week. Love Island.
What
on
a
the
get.
Truly again, and it was a dream come true. Truly. Also, Hot Dummies on Islands. Brian Scally and I are breaking down season 4 of Love Island USA, and it is such a good season. I guested on the 90 Day Fiance wrap up with Puya this week. And I guested on the Challenge podcast over on Dom and Colin. And I'm interviewing Raphael Bob Blocksberg tomorrow for BoJack Horsepod. So everyone go check that out. Super excited to talk about the creator of BoJack.
A banner week
Yes,
for
big
Kirsten.
week.
Yes. Okay. Great having you here tonight.
Thank you
you
so
for
much.
giving us all the updated food preferences.
Very important for you, I know.
Okay. All right. Kirsten, great job tonight. Isaiah, what's coming up for you?
You know, Rob, other than having an addiction to Twitter, I'm going to be here.
Is it an addiction, Isaiah?
Unfortunately, I can't log off. But, we're here. Still here on RHAP as usual. You can also find me on my network Silent Podcast, podcasting about everything in the Blue Moon. We're actually podcasting about Big Brother tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. Got some guests coming on for that. And then lastly, I'm on Survivor Philadelphia.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that is so fun. So check that out. Alex Garner's hosting it. Matt Scott's on there with me, and it's a great time, so check it out.
All right, Isaiah, great job tonight. And then, Taran, what is coming up for you?
So much, Rob. I'm live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Taran Armstrong, hanging out, watching episodes, running predictions, all kinds of good stuff over there. I dropped my latest Among Us video. We started playing with some mods over in Among Us. We had some fun with those, so you can check that out. I'll also be, of course, live tomorrow with lots of Big Brother coverage. We are going to be talking to Hannah Chada next week, so we can look forward to that. On Monday about the season, so that'll be fun. I'm also I released a House of the Dragon book club preview with Josh and Rich, so that was very fun. And we also did a Big Brother Game of Thrones Brant Steele that's going out there. Lots of stuff over there on post show recaps that's going down with all this Game of Thrones and fantasy nonsense. So tons of stuff.
All right. Great job once again, Taran. Of course, we will have a busy Friday for you. Lots of Big Brother 24 coming your way. Make sure you subscribe to everything we're doing at robhasawebsite.com/subscribe. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.